my house. Yes, you are.
What?
How about that? A squatter standoff. A property owner confronts a group of people she says moved into her $1 million home in Queens, and our cameras were rolling as dozens of officers showed up.
Several people were taken away in handcuffs, and one of those arrested may surprise you.
Investigative reporter Dan Krauth joins us now with more on what happened. Tell us, Dan.
Well, this is a very big growing problem. I received dozens of tips from viewers about this in just the past week. I went to do what I thought was going to be a routine interview. Instead, we capture what police and property owners are dealing with on a daily basis.
I have video of you. Who are these people? Figure out the situation. Yeah, but they're in my house, man. Relax. No.
To understand how this day ended,
We need the police right away.
with multiple 911 calls and arrests, we have to start at the beginning.
Adele, the hardest question is, how do you say your name?
We met Adele Andaloro outside the home her parents left her in Flushing, Queens. She's in the process of selling it.
No, he locked it.
But she's been locked out. She claims
What?
squatters moved in on February 6th and refused to leave.
What's it like being here knowing you can't go inside of your own home?
It's enraging. It really is.
In New York, squatters have rights after 30 days.
By the time that someone does their investigation and they do their work and their job, we'll be well over the 30 days, and this man will have stolen my home. And now she's back.
Just after wrapping up our interview, a woman showed up.
What are you doing in the house? Are you renting this house? Why are you here?
She
What? Welcome back to What TV. You're tapping in with your boy Ace. Tap in, tap in, tap in. Listen, we gotta get to it, y'all, because we're gonna check out the rest of this video, but we got squatters all across the country. And the reason why this is impactful and hitting New York is because we don't see many homes available in New York for people to squat at. New York is not like Dallas, Houston, Atlanta, where you just got these bando homes, Detroit, where you just have these rundown homes that's just there, people could just stay in. New York is a place where most of the homes are occupied. So when you do find a home that's transitioning in for sale, some people have moved to squat in these homes. Tell me how y'all feel, because we haven't seen any stories like this in New York. We're usually used to LA, Detroit, Atlanta, Chicago, Michigan, but not New York. I mean, what? We're talking about $1 million homes. Tell me what y'all would do if y'all seen somebody squatting in your home. Because this young lady, she received this home from her parents who passed away. Now she's trying to sell this $1 million home. And people are squatting in $1 million homes. I mean, what? Things that make you say what, people? Things that makes you think you should say what? You know what we're going to do? We're going to take a look back at another $1 million home that another squatter was occupying, and he went to court. He's fighting for rights. Let's finish up this story. We're going to get into that one, because you're going to see, yes, they're going to fight for rights in court. Like, squatters are really going to court with a lawyer. Oh, my gosh. Things that make you say what?
The door was open.
Police started interviewing neighbors and looking for documents.
Do you have something that shows that you've been here for more than 30 days?
They took the man who told me he had been renting for 2 days out
What?
of handcuffs
They got one out.
and escorted the other guy off the property.
Now you're afraid to come out.
I'm not coming out. This house is empty. This is my home. My locksmith is on the corner waiting to change my locks. And that's not fair. It's not fair that I, as the homeowner, should be having to go through this.
How you doing?
Minutes later,
This is crazy, y'all. This young lady has to break into her own house and wait till the door is open so she could run in and ask for a locksmith to come. This is her $1 million house.
It's not fair that I, as the homeowner, should be having to go through this.
How you doing?
minutes later, a locksmith showed up, but police gave her a warning before they left.
I may end up in handcuffs today if this man shows up here and says that I have illegally evicted him. I said to them, let him take me to court the way I've been told to take him to court. But today, I'm not leaving my house.
Less than 10 minutes after police left and the locks were changed. The man
Wait, what? He's not trying to force his way into a home that she owns. Watch and pay attention, y'all, because this might happen to you, to your grandmother, somebody. I mean, he's forcing his way into a home that she owns. This is crazy, and the police can't do nothing about it. After 30 days, these squatters have rights. I mean, y'all better buckle up and know the law.
The man who claims to be the one actually leasing the house shows up.
Call the police again.
With the other guy, police took off
He's,
the property.
he's forcing his way on a woman. This is a woman. Forget who owns the house. You're trying to force your way through the door while a woman's... Oh, my gosh.
Again.
With the other guy, police took off the property.
Do you see this? This guy just literally broke down my door. Broke through myself and my daughter to get in here. This guy just forced himself into my house.
And the police are not doing nothing. I mean, if you want to fight somebody, do an assault, you probably have to just squat over their home because he forced his way inside the house and the police did nothing. They're just outside saying, what?
This guy just literally broke down my door. Broke through myself and my daughter to get in here. This guy just forced himself into my house.
He's pointing at the guy.
Yes, he did. And so did you. You broke through the front door.
We all saw
The
it.
man called the police on her.
So why is it that
Hold on. So the people who occupied the space forced their way back into the house and the cops are just outside watching them force their way through the door. And then they say, hey, can you come arrest the homeowner? Oh my God. Things that make you say what? Listen, drop a what in the comment section, y'all. Please drop a what. Because what in the what is this?
Call the police again.
With the other guy, police took off the property.
Do you see this? This guy just literally broke down my door. Broke through myself and my daughter to get in here. This guy just forced himself into my house. Yes, he did. And so did you. You broke through the front door.
The man called the police on her.
So why is it that I have to leave and he doesn't have to leave?
Because technically he can't be kicked out. We need to go to court.
They consider this a landlord-tenant issue. And by law, it has to be handled through the housing court, not with police.
If you own this house, you would not want her
I don't own
inside.
the house. I don't own this.
Exactly,
Yes.
she does.
Yes, but then once again, you should know how the law works.
I
And
do know
there's-
how it
there's-
works.
There's rules to.
There's rules.
As you got to go to court and send me to civil court.
He said,
There's rules. The squatters know their rights. He's right. There's rules. After 30 days, we got your $1 million property, baby.
As you got to go to court and send me to civil court.
he says he signed a lease in October, but wouldn't tell us with who.
I got proof longer than that.
Show us the proof.
But who are you for me to show? I showed it to cops.
Dan with Channel 7 News. If you don't want to show it, you don't want to show
the
it.
proof. Come here, brother. I like that.
I would like to see it.
He didn't show me a lease.
This is a bill.
This is-
A bill for work he says he had done to the house. He didn't show police a lease either.
The police department doesn't have the lease?
No.
He's got no documentation.
What? So he's able to show that he paid for some minor repairs around the house that he's squatting in. So I could just squat in the house, get somebody to fix the plumbing, fix the toilet for $50, and then take over somebody's $1 million house. Things that make you say what?
Just bills.
So Adele, you're getting arrested right now?
Being arrested
For what?
for being in my own home.
And where's your lease?
She's fighting the house. It's not her house anymore.
My deed
That's
is
what was
current
told
and
to her.
legal.
Arrested for unlawful eviction. She changed the locks on a man who claims he lives there.
So how does this all end then? When do you leave?
The way it ends is either she pays me my money that I put into the house, pay me the money, and I'll leave, or send me to court, and we deal with the judge in court.
What? So because he did a few minor repairs on a house that he's squatting in, he not only is living there rent free, he wants money for the bills that he paid there. He probably changed for the locks to get changed, and he wants the money because he had to change the locks so he could squat there. Things that make you say what? Things that make you say what? We're going to take another look at another video, okay? Because there was another $1 million home that somebody was squatting, right? A couple weeks back. And that squatter, he's actually going to court fighting for his rights to continue to stay at the place. It's crazy. A $2 million home. Let's jump right into it. And let us know Your thoughts?
When we first reported on the story, we tried to talk with Brett Flores, but he didn't want anything to do with our camera. So we caught up with him and his attorney outside of the courthouse. Take a look.
We wanted to talk to your client. It's his face and his name that's out there.
That's all we're going to say for now.
He's the man accused of squatting in the family's $2 million waterfront home in Queens.
What?
The family bought it back in October and haven't been able to move in.
Nothing you want to say, Brett?
Nope. My client's not going to say it.
Brett Flores isn't talking, directing all of our questions to his attorney.
I can't give you the whole story.
Flores used to work for the former homeowner as a caretaker, was paid $3,000 a week until the owner died in January of last year. The house then went on the market and the Landas bought it.
No agreement, no lease, nothing. He is just technically an ex-employee. He worked.
A great paid employee. This man was paid $3,000 a week, not a month, y'all, not bi-weekly. He was getting $3,000 a week, meaning you getting paid $12,000 a month, 40K a year, and you're squatting in somebody's house. So that means we got people making over 100K squatting in people's house. I'm gonna let y'all run that again. I'm gonna run it again so that it didn't go over your heads. People who are making 100K are squatting in people's house. I'm gonna let y'all hear that again.
$1,000 a week until the owner used to work for the former homeowner as a caretaker, was paid $3,000 a week until the owner died in January of last year.
What?
The house then went on the market and the Landas bought it.
No agreement, no lease, nothing. He is just technically an ex-employee. He worked for the guy that passed away, and that's it.
The Landas say they had no idea the problem they were inheriting.
So you go figure. My house, my keys, we paid for it.
The Landas are suing Flores in court, trying to get him evicted. Meanwhile, he's suing them for harassment.
What? He's suing them? And then in the other case, we seen that those people, the guy said he want his money back after the people were arrested. So share this, y'all, for all my homeowners. Come on, tap in. There's old people that's at risk, y'all. Come on, man. Don't get caretakers take over your grandmother's home. This caretaker, he really suing so he could stay there after he was being paid $3,000 a week to caretake for the previous owner. So he's making over 100K and he still wants to stay in these people's home, $2 million house. And the other person, he wants his money back. So squatters actually want to get paid after living there free. Holy smokes. Things that makes you say what, man? Drop a what in the comment section and hit that subscribe button.
To us or to the court and won't say what's on them. It's why they were in court this week.
That was adjourned today.
Adjourned because the judge gave him one more week to produce the evidence.
The revelation will turn this narrative on its head. The homeowner, the Landows, are not victims in this case.
He gave no proof as to why.
But it was listed for 2.6 and they bought it for $2 million.
Regardless of what they paid for the house, they have the deed to it. Why is your client still inside their home?
Because I'm suggesting there's a connection and story behind the reduction in sale price. And we'll give a more detailed response in a later date.
We paid exactly what the bank had asked for. So we didn't get a bargain. It was true to the money, to the number, and the condition of the house.
What? What does the sale of the house, even if it was a quick sale, buy sale, whatever it is, this man doesn't own that property. He doesn't have the $2 million to pay for the property that he's squatting in. But yet he's going to court with these people saying he has rights to the property because he was the previous owner's caretaker. So he has rights to this $2 million property. I mean, things that make you say, what? Let me know your thoughts, man. Let me know your thoughts. How y'all feel? If you were a homeowner, how would you deal with this situation? Because I might have to call the dogs, man. I might have to, go down for arson or something. I didn't say that. But let me know your thoughts and how you feel. And drop it in the comment section. How would you deal with this situation? Or drop a what if you just think this situation is crazy. I mean, both situations, they're trying to sue. They're actually going to court with real deal lawyers. I mean, the lawyers probably cost more than the rent. Things that make you say what? People tap in, tap in, tap in.